Great. Great haircut, Hoodie. Really nailed it this time. And, fantastic. A new pimple. Right there. Perfect location. Very on brand. Why do you even look like that? Okay. Whatever. It's fine. You're fine. You're not fine.
When did you stop liking what you see?
I don't hate myself. I just don't love the haircut.
Today, we're looking at 7 signs you hate yourself and the hidden psychology behind why most people never even notice they're doing it. Stay for sign 4. That one tends to hit the hardest. Sign 1. You apologize for existing. The word sorry is supposed to mark genuine fault, but for some people it becomes a reflex, triggered not by mistakes, but by simply taking up space. Sorry for speaking, sorry for asking, sorry for having a need at all. Psychologists call this chronic over-apologizing, and it is a direct expression of internalized shame.
I literally apologized to a lamppost last Tuesday.
Internalized shame is the belief, often formed in childhood, that you yourself are the problem. Not what you did, who you are. When that belief runs deep enough, every interaction feels like an imposition. An apology becomes the way you try to preempt the rejection you already expect.
So it's not actually about the lamppost.
It was never about the lamppost. Sign 2 is quieter, but it does just as much damage. Sign 2. You can't take a compliment. Someone tells you that you did well, that you look good, that they're proud of you. And instead of receiving it, your brain immediately fires back. They're just being nice. They don't know the full picture. If they really knew me, they wouldn't say that. This is not modesty. It is cognitive dissonance.
What's cognitive dissonance again?
When 2 things conflict and your brain can't hold both at once. If your self-image is built on the belief that you are fundamentally not good enough, then a compliment doesn't feel like kindness. It feels like a mistake. Your brain rejects it to protect the story it already decided was true. The story about you.
That's a terrible story.
Most people wrote it before they were old enough to know better. Sign 3 is where it gets self-destructive. Sign 3. You sabotage things when they're going well. The relationship is going well, so you pick a fight. The project is almost finished, and you stop. The opportunity arrives, and you find every reason it won't work. Self-sabotage is one of the most misunderstood behaviors in psychology. It looks like laziness from the outside, or fear of commitment. But underneath, it is often something more painful, a deep-seated belief that you don't deserve things to go well.
So you wreck it before someone else can?
Before life can prove you wrong for hoping. Psychologists call this self-punishment loop, where the nervous system becomes more comfortable with failure than with success. Because failure confirms the story, and the story, as wrong as it is, feels safe. Sign 4 is the one most people are proud of. That's what makes it dangerous. Sign 4. You think your inner critic is a virtue. I'm just hard on myself because I have high standards. It sounds healthy, responsible even. But there is a difference between constructive self-reflection and a relentless inner voice that tells you you're never enough, no matter what you achieve. One moves you forward. The other just moves the goalpost.
How do you tell which one you have?
Ask yourself, does the voice celebrate anything? Ever? Does it acknowledge when something goes right, or does it immediately redirect to what could have been better? A healthy inner critic has an off switch. A self-hating one doesn't. It mistakes cruelty for discipline, and it calls the cruelty a personality trait.
That one just sat on my chest a little.
It usually does. Sign 5 is what happens when that voice decides your relationships, too. Sign 5, you stay in situations that hurt you. The job that drains you. The friendship that always takes and never gives. The relationship where you feel small. People who struggle with self-worth don't just tolerate these situations. They often defend them. Because leaving requires believing you deserve better, and that belief hasn't been installed yet.
So you stay. Not because it's good, but because it feels familiar?
Because familiar feels earned. There's also a second layer. If you leave and something better doesn't come, that confirms the fear. So staying is safer. Not comfortable. Safer. Sign 6 is the one that gets mistaken for independence. Sign 6. You can't ask for help. Asking for help feels unbearable when you secretly believe you are a burden. It is not stubbornness. It is a logical conclusion from a false premise. I am too much. If I ask, they will see how much, and they will leave. So you carry everything alone and call it strength.
That's not strength, is it?
Strength knows when to put things down. The inability to ask for help is fear wearing independence as a costume. And sign 7 is the one that lives underneath all the others. Sign 7, you don't recognize the person in the mirror. Not a physical thing, a psychological one. You look at yourself in photos and mirrors, in how others describe you, and it doesn't compute. Like the image and the internal feeling of who you are have become completely disconnected. Psychologists call this self-alienation, and it tends to develop when someone has spent so long suppressing, performing, or disappearing that they've lost the thread back to themselves.
What if you felt that way for so long you don't even notice anymore?
Then noticing just now, right here, is where it starts to change.
I came in thinking I don't hate myself. Now I'm not so sure I ever really liked myself either.
That's not a bad place to land. Awareness is the first thing. That was never about the lamppost.
Still can't believe I apologized to a lamppost.
How many of the 7 did you recognize in yourself? Drop the number below.
You might be surprised how many people are sitting with the same answer and how much lighter it feels to just say it out loud.